Alright, I have one last video. This one's a little bit lighter. Kind of. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but I was watching some coverage of Neil Gorsuch's confirmation hearing, and I think a little bit of a bromance may have developed between Neil Gorsuch and Ted the Potato Head Cruz. Let's watch.
You began your career with the opportunity to serve as a law clerk to Byron White. Byron White is an extraordinary man. Byron White was the only justice that John F. Kennedy put on the Supreme Court. Byron White is, I believe, in fact, I'm quite certain, the only Supreme Court justice in history to lead the NFL in rushing. And also to graduate first in his class from Yale Law School. Could you share with this committee what it was like to be a law clerk for Byron White and to interact with him every day during your clerkship?
Okay. I had to cut it off there because it got much worse. I first discovered this little gem on a piece that TYT did. I'll post a link to that video if you really want the whole like unabridged like going on there. Like that is just disgusting. I mean, come on, for Christ's sake, Ted. This is C-SPAN, okay? There are standards. Get a room, okay? Get a room, you two. I mean, my God, like, Ted Cruz just... He's just one of those, like, right up there. There are a couple. Like, I mean, there are a number of these people involved in our government that are quite honestly insufferable. Like, I cannot stand them. But there are a couple that stand head and shoulders above the crowd in the contempt competition. And those are, well, you know, Mitch Turtleman McConnell, Paul Ryan, no nickname for him other than asshole, and so there are a few others. The big ones, those two, and Ted the Potato Head Cruz. Because, I mean, this guy is just, he's got the spine of a jellyfish. I mean, look at, like anyone remember all the way back until last year, during the Republican National Convention, when he actually stood up and said that he actually refused to endorse Donald Trump? And then, you know, of course, someone was like, "Get your bitch ass back in line, Teddy." He's, "Oh, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir." And like, I think like later on he's doing some kind of a fucking some kind of freaking like telethon thing, dialing numbers, calling phone, you know, dialing phones for Donald Trump. Like, oh God, oh wow, like it's amazing. Like considering how freaking like, you know, just drag their nuts around the Senate floor the Republicans are in the Senate. Like, wow, when it comes to within their own party, like they are just, so many of them are just fucking spineless, and he's the worst. And well, honestly, I want him gone, period. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, Jesus, it's like, but this is a bit of a weird kind of like, so what kind of thing. But honestly, Ted fucking Cruz, like, honestly, anyone who ran for office because, they got down on their knees and prayed and Jesus told them to do it, needs to get the fuck out. All right? Let's just reestablish that right now in case anyone's a little fuzzy on the fucking details. The U.S. is a secular nation. Okay? We do not take sides religion-wise. They were very clear about that. So people who run for office and behave in office with religious goals in mind shouldn't be in office. That is our nation. That is what our founding fathers believed. They put it in the fucking Constitution. So, now that's out of the way. Where was I? He's a religious nut. I just want him to go because of that. He's also completely bought. Yeah. That's a weird noise. Anyway, you look at his voting record and his opinions. Like, for instance, the little thing debate he did with Bernie Sanders about healthcare, which was full of bullshit on his part. If you look at everything he proposed, and then you go to places like Club for Growth, every single point he made was basically pulled right from their website. And guess who basically owes them his seat in the fucking Senate? Ted Cruz. They're like his second largest donor. So there's that. He's all about Jesus and shit until it comes time for money, and then Jesus who? So there's that. And also, too, just the fact that he's spineless. He's just slimy and gutless and a puss. And he's a senator from Texas. Now, I'm not usually big into all that stuff. I was born in Texas, raised in Texas, still live here. But for crying out loud, this is a state that damn near acts like it's its own country. If there's anyone in the Senate or the House or in the government that is damn near expected to be a rude, loudmouth sumbitch, it should be the fucking senator or representatives from Texas. All right, for crying out loud, we're the only state in the country that was actually a country itself. Just saying. That I think there's actually a thing. It's there are actually some benefits that Texas has. Like we have control over the coastal waters, like mineral rights, stuff like that, for a farther distance than any other state, because that was part of the deal that the U.S. made to get Texas to join the country. But that aside, again, it's not that I'm truly happy about the fact that in addition to cowboy hats and beef and oil, Texas is known for another Texas export is assholes. But still, it is a thing. And at the very least, could we get someone who's a little more seriously, if you live in Texas, ask yourself this question. This spineless, slimy little shit, is that who you want representing your state? I didn't think so. Alright? I'm sure you can find many other people who believe in Jesus who would do just as good of a job and wouldn't be so fucking insufferable. That is just... I'll post a link to the TYT video where they play more of that clip. My God, it's like after that little first question, he just gets on his fucking knees and starts filleting him right there in front of C-SPAN and Chuck Grassley and whoever else. It is disgusting. At this point, I really don't care. I would love it if we could replace this asshole with an actual progressive. That might be asking a little much, being that we're in the current state of things in Texas. But let's just get rid of him. If nothing else, just for me. Just do it for me and for everyone else who no longer will have to look at his smug, slimy face on a friggin' news interview again. Alright, let's just do that. Anyway, I think this video went pretty well. I got a chuckle out of it. Oh. Anyway, that's it. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. See you next time.